How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Alright everybody, so welcome to Biomutant. So, game just came out this past week, and I've been kind of biding time to get a couple hours to actually sit down and play it, and not just do like an hour here and an hour there. But in any event, we're here to play it now, so let's go ahead and get started.
Biomutant.
So, what I can tell you guys about the game is that it's very enjoyable, and it's pretty much like two factions that are fighting against each other, and then, you know, the two factions that are fighting against each other, the Lulupin and everybody the fuck else pretty much, is at war. And you know, you only can be the little guys in the game. There are bigger people, but it's not that big of a deal. So we're gonna go with a primal for this one, and just hit next.
Define
That's
your
right.
genetic structure.
So you can hit I, and it gives you a list and details of everything that, or all the different stuff in the game and what it does. And then little bar right here, you can control how your character looks to a certain degree, and, you know, kind of make them how you want them to be. And all the stats are upgradable during the play time of the game, so it's kind of just like figure out how you want to initially start the game off health wise and strength, and then as you continue to play, you'll be able to adjust it. So I'm just kind of gonna get the character how I want him to be, and then I will a little ugly motherfucker, isn't he? Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure I got it the way I want it now. Just go ahead and just continue. I'm going to leave the genetic resilience as kind of like plain Jane, just good against, or have a little bit resistance against everything initially.
Choose your first style.
Makes him look a little bit less goofy. I like that. Kind of got like a raccoonish vibe going on.
Pick your main color.
Oops. Oh, that's right.
Pick
Go
a
with that.
class. Dead mercenary.
Alright, so
Dead.
I think I'm gonna go with Deadeye, just because it's kind of like the gameplay I kind of want to play. And but you have mercenary, Deadeye, Commando, the Psy Freak, Saboteur, and then Sentinel. So pretty much you got your tank people, you got your quick, speedy, agility guys, but they really kind of don't have much of a difference between mercenaries, besides the fact that they get a little bit more attack power. But
Dead Commander, Scythe, Saboteur,
you know,
Deadeye.
it's kind of just up to what you want to do. Yeah, so like I said, I'm definitely gonna just kind of hop in with Deadeye and run it that way.
Mercenary, Deadeye, mercenary. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living.
Now, you do have this beautiful voice throughout, I'm assuming, going to be the entirety of the gameplay.
It's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Alright, so you do get these little weird cutscenes from time to time that show you guys.
Right is always right.
Oh goodness. Those little characters. Plus, like I said, the beautiful voice you're hearing, you listen to all the time. So
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
oh, got a little smack just there. Fuck you and your bullshit. So you do get a pretty decent tutorial in this game. It's actually very in-depth, but the game's rather simple, but at the same time being really fun to play. So, but yeah. Oh, I guess I have to let him. Oh. Oh my. Okay. Damn. So parry is not working for me at the current point in time. Why is parry not working? There we go. Had to wait for the perfect moment, I guess. Oh, there it is.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
And so we become the initial cutscene for the game. It's a beautiful opening.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Yeah, close that door. Alright. Let's keep going.
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Ugly little bastards.
Right
Just
in
giving
the
you guys time to read all that. That says, what, 2 more? Yeah. Oh, not locked on. Cool. Or what? Alright, let's get going. On up the steppy steps. No. Yep. Now that is a weapons add-on that you can add to your gun. It just pretty much makes it so it's a little stronger, but it only lasts for so many magazines. I'm not exactly sure how many it actually lasts for, but yeah, it does only last for a small amount. Now I have little insider information. I have played the game a little bit, not very long, but long enough to kind of get the basic gist of the game and make sure I like it. And I definitely can say at this point in time I will be playing this game completely through and probably doing, well, no, I'll definitely be doing 2 playthroughs, 1 light and 1 dark, and kind of running them in unison on the channel, just so that whoever wants to watch one way can watch one way.
Sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Yes. Oh, gun's empty. That's not fair. What happened to this whole it's supposed to be automatically refilled thing? Now, it is kind of odd being so short when these guys are fighting you, because the camera does do a little funky stuff. And then, yeah, now you guys can see you can loot too. And the game does make everything real easy, so that 1, 2, 3, and the number bars kind of like actually do a little bit more than what you would normally think they would. Like normally you would just click 1 to go to a different weapon, but you can actually hold it and it shows you what you have. And let's get going. I say alright. Yeah. And real quick. Ah! I'm out of ammo. That's not fair. And you can just pick stuff up out of the ground. You know, dude, it's not really fair. Oh, I jumped right into that, didn't I? Yeah, my stupid ass.
Now that's a flesh wound.
Ouch.
Make that one dead.
Oh, come on. Okay, I think I get it now. So the gunslinger reloads immediately, but if you let it reload by itself, it does not reload immediately. Okay, I'll just have to remember that while I'm fighting. That way I reload the gun myself, and I keep it fully stocked up. And it should be pretty easy for me to remember. So as you guys can see, there's quite a few different kind of characters in the game that you'll be fighting. But it's not that big of a deal. They all go down the same. And there are your upgrade points. So for upgrades in this game, there's quite a few different ways to upgrade. Obviously, you have your normal level upgrade, which, you know, is kind of just the same for every game, where you can go in and adjust certain attributes that they've made in the game accessible to you. But you also, if you hit tab, so this brings up your tab menu, and you click here, and obviously this is the initial thing like I was talking about. It doesn't really matter what you start off with when you first start playing. You will eventually end up being able to upgrade everything anyway. So we're gonna add some health initially, just because our speed is so high. But then the upgrade points itself is what you use to actually get your sequence attacks. So now we're getting Wicked Wolf, which is click F, okay. And then you guys can see what the inputs are for everything and how you can use them. Then obviously you throw a sword. Damn. But yeah, to find this point, you just pretty much kill people and level up. And then you can also get them, what this is saying right here. And it allows you to upgrade Wong Fu and perk menus, which is kind of like Kung Fu in the game. Or excuse me, it is Kung Fu in the game. And then obviously you can upgrade everything from close combat to your ranged weapons and all that stuff. So, and then our perks itself just allow us to upgrade different things for this character, which looks like it's going to be kind of like a sniper class from what it looks like. Alright. And alright, let's go back to it. Let's run over here. But yeah, so like I said, I'm doing a light and dark walkthrough
an emergency
because
box from the once was a rare sight.
You can play the game two different ways. Pretty much, you can either be good or you can be bad. You can help save the world and preserve it, or you can kill everybody. So I am planning on playing both ways.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
There are quite a lot of cues in this game too. So for anybody that's interested in playing this game, just remember that you know, it's a cue
It's time to find a way out
game
of this
by
place.
far.
No, really, I mean it.
And that voice is definitely here all the time.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Globs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
That's why it's prompting me, because I'm this class. So it's prompting me. Okay, yes, thank you. And the game does do a pretty good job at letting you know when your next attack line is ready to go. You can see in the bottom right corner there where it says Wicked Wolf, which is my move that allows me to pretty much swing the sword around in a big circle and then do that big smash. And grab that chain. You do automatically grab the chains and stuff that you can interact with in the world, so don't be worried about falling off them and stuff like that, because you won't unless you really try, or you just biff it, which, you know, happens from time to time.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. That's not opening on its own.
Okay. Now, for these things, you have to line up the dots with the dots. So pretty much, this is the starting point, and then each one right here, these are preset icons to show you which color scheme you need. So then obviously over here is how many moves you have to be able to do it without getting yourself shocked.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
So pretty much is explaining what happened. It's just kind of like the thing that everybody's shouting about now, that humans will destroy the world, and pretty much, you know, they humans did and mutated all of the animals.
Spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing.
You kind of get their names that they give to all the weapons and stuff left behind, or what they can make.
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Oh shit! I think we're gonna get shocked this time. I definitely didn't pay attention. Yep.
Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again.
You guys can see how much damage you actually get dealt. Alright. There we go.
There you go.
The voice is amusing the entire time. So I do apologize that the initial reaction of the game isn't exactly what I hoped to, that I wanted to intend on the initial video, but unfortunately I already played the tutorial and then realized after the fact that my mic was not actually attached to the recording software. So apparently when I shut down my computer, it doesn't actually let the mic come back, or doesn't set it to default, I should say. So oh, I'm just not hitting F. Whoops. I like that swing, man. Nope. Gotta remember to reload. Oh, what is it? Only when the Q comes up? Okay. So as far as the gunslinger is concerned, you need to wait till the Q for the reload menu pops up and then reload the weapon. That's fair enough. then it's immediate.
That's the last of them.
Bam.
Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
As soon as I pick up some stuff, you know, Loot Fiend has to be Loot Fiend first.
You have a good eye for that stuff.
Cool. Talk to this guy, Mr. Out of Date.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Alright, so a little backstory. I'm gonna try not to do that too many times, guys. Skip through it at all. But you know, I'm only human.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a
Mr.
hike
fucking
here from the
Elvis.
village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Alright. Let's go get Mr. Potato Head. As we're in our tiny kid form. So the game does do a really good job at explaining the backstory. So, for anybody out there that is interested in finding a game that is it has a really good storyline that's really in depth, and you can spend some time getting into the game, I definitely suggest this at this current point in time. And it is alt, right? No. There we go.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
You guys can take a look at what a Nano is. The little thing right there.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Alright, so we gotta go put Miss Potato Head with a tree. Let's go. And I think what I'll do for upload schedule is I'll do the light playthrough during the day, and I'll do the night playthrough at nighttime. You know, makes sense to me.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Gotta love backstory.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
All right.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Alright guys, so there it is. That pretty much wraps up the tutorial. Again, I apologize for anybody who doesn't, who wanted more of like a initial reaction to the game. Just kind of unfortunately lost the footage. Well, actually I didn't lose the footage, I just don't have the voice from the footage, so there's no point in me doing an overlay and faking the funk and trying to remember what happens as it happens. So yeah, I just, decided to run back through it. But anyway, this will be our good character in the series, and then I'll be making a second character, and we will be doing the dark side too. So I actually think I changed my mind on how I'm going to do the upload schedule. I'm going to do good one day and bad the other day. So I'll be doing every other day with each. So yeah. Alright guys, hope you all liked and enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one where we begin our heroic light side adventures with this bad boy right here. Alright guys, thanks you guys for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye for now.